Hey, Penny. What you doing, Ben? There's my Penny. There's my pen. Hi, Ben. Alright. On with the video. This is a Winchester Defender 1200. Got a nice recoil butt pad. Holds 7 rounds. 12 gauge 2 3/4. And then 1 in the chamber, so 7 plus 8 equals 8 rounds. This is actually not a bad quality shotgun. The 1200, I believe, was discontinued in 1983. This particular one I got was 1980, I think. And there's a long story behind this thing. But hasn't been shot much, as you can see. This is just storage marks. There's a couple little minor marks on it, scratches, but nothing spectacular. The barrel's super clean. Let me just get this pumped down real quick. I don't know if I can do it. There we go. Okay. I'd say nothing in there. Nothing in the tube. Magazine tube. Alright. Not much to tell about this particular shotgun. The only thing is it's 18 inches. It's actually, if you take a tape measure from here all the way to the end right there, it's a little bit less than 18 inches. But I believe it's classified as an 18 1/4 inch. So the 1/4 inch goes into a little bit in the receiver right here, I believe. But easy takedown. Just unscrew this here. As soon as you unscrew it, barrel pops right out. And then you can get, once you put it back in, just make sure you pump it back. Line the barrel up at perfectly straight to go over the magazine tube. Bring it back here. There's a little spring there, as you can see. Pops up right in that little groove. Sets back into the barrel there. When you get that lined up perfectly, this will push right back up in there. And then just screw that on tight. There's your safety. Okay, that's your safety. Not much, like I said, to tell about this, but these are really hard to find on the internet. Solid wood. If you do find them, they're pretty beat up. They're, you know, not like in this condition. Once in a blue moon, you'll find maybe a brand new one, or even a 1300. Now the Winchester model 1300 came out in 83, I believe. Replaced the 1200. The model 1200 was, I think, designed in 1964. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it was used in Vietnam War. Now the military style model 1200 Winchester had a ventilated handguard and had a bayonet lug, and then swivels to come down for your sling. So that was the only difference in the model 1200, was the ventilated handguard and the bayonet lug. Now you could buy an aftermarket right now ventilated handguard right here, but they're made out of Zytel. To try to find one out of metal is really hard to find. There's not much accessories on here that you could buy. I think there's a person online selling a kit with a grip for the forearm. They have the Zytel forearm grip, and then an extension that comes down, and then they have a folding stock one made out of Zytel stock, which folds, so you can use it as a pistol grip, or unfold the stock and use it as a regular shotgun. I don't know. This is old style. This is old school. Us old timers. You know, I'm 50-some years old, and these are the guns we grew up with. You know what I mean? So, all you new younger comers up and going, or Zytel and polymer and plastic this and plated this and Japanese metal this. You know, this I believe was still made in America back then. And then in 1983, when the 1300 came up, they came out with a Zytel, the plastic pistol grip. it just wasn't as good quality as the 1200, I don't think, because I've handled a couple 1300s. But it's old school, and it's always dependable. I mean, this Winchester Riot, keep it clean, put a little bit of gun oil like I did in there, you know. You have a great home defense shotgun. You know, it's a lot of firepower there. You put some double-aught buck. What I used to do in security, I used to carry this around with my 357, and every other shot was a slug. So I would put the double-aught puck or double-aught buck, you know, one, and then a slug, and then another double-aught buck, and then a slug. So, you know, you have 4 double-aught buck and 4 slugs. And I'll tell you, you know, if you needed it, it is major firepower there. So, but great quality shotgun. If you find them, pick them up. People say you can still get them for $250, $300, but I'll tell you, if you can, pick it up. But I would think in that ballpark range, $250, $300, I don't think you're gonna get as good as cosmetically as sort of like this one. This one, like I said, has a few nicks on it here and there, but not many. That's just from handling marks and stuff. But I would say they would probably go up more in the range of $400, $425 for this quality shotgun, because the new ones today, if you want to go into like a riot shotgun, you know, they start at what, $349, $389, somewhere around there. And I don't think they're good as quality as this. So any day, if your life is on the line, you know, you'd go with something more like this. Now the Mossbergs, of course, are really good. What is it, the 570? Police riot guns and stuff like that. Sure they are. They're really good. But can't beat an older Winchester. In 1983, when they switched over to the 1300, you know, everything in the United States was going over to junk. The cars, the lawnmowers, the riding tractors, you know, the old John Deeres. Before 83, they were all made in America. So, you know, common sense, after 83, everything was junk. You know, the John Deeres then were made in Japan. The Ford lawnmowers were made in Japan. I mean, my pop used to have a Ford and John Deere, and they were all made in America. They were all mowers and tractors that will last almost forever. You still see them running today, but you don't see too many 80s and 90 tractors running today. And if you do, people took care of them, but they're just horrible. Everything's plastic and garbage. But there you go. Just wanted to post the model Winchester 1200. I'm ramping and raving. Nothing to do on this hot day. So I hope you like this one. And there again, there's not too many that I see online. You know, I keep checking online just to see if they're there. And if you see one, grab it up, because I'm sure they're going to go up more and more in the future. And this is a fantastic home with defense. You know, compared to like an AR-15, yeah, you got 20 rounds of 223s, but guarantee if you needed this for an intruder and that was and you felt that your life was threatened, one shot, one deal here. 223, you might get all out of, you know, your adrenaline rush. You know, you can miss. I mean, 20 bullets of 223, I won't want to be in front either, but I'm telling you one thing, I would not want to be in front of this thing. You could go look on the YouTube. There's a name called Hickory, what is the name? Hickory Cock 45 or something like that. Hickory 45, I think it is. And he does a lot of gun reviews. And I think he even has one of these on there, if I remember. And he loves it. And he talks everything positive about it. So he's the old school too. There you go. Best defense, best home defense in any which way. Any way you look at it. You use that double-aught buck, you know, a baby could pull the trigger and you know, done. So the watermelon's in pieces. There you go.